Welcome guys to where I review every single NFL team's 2024 season, and today we're on the Green Bay Packers. Let's talk about those goddamn cheeseheads. I don't want to, but anyway, let's talk about them. So, the Packers 2024 season, it was a decent season for them, I guess. They finished in the NFC North third overall. Get to the wild card, lose to the wild card to the future reigning defending Super Bowl champions, to the Eagles, and really underwhelming season, I think, in my opinion. So let's talk about the schedule. Apologies if I don't sound too good. I am not feeling too well, but I want to get this video out, so apologies for that. So let's talk about the schedule. So they started off week 1 in Brazil, the first ever NFL Brazil game, losing to the Eagles 29-34. Obviously in that game, the Packers made Jalen Hurts turnover. Packers made Jalen Hurts have 2 turnovers in this game. And really, the Packers were really dominant in the Eagles' territory, especially in that first quarter, and then going back in the second quarter, and then in the second half, Hurts really gets the Eagles back in the game here with a field goal that was 31-29 and 34-29. Jordan Love did get injured, sustained a leg injury. Obviously, Malik Willis had to go on for a few games. Then you're looking at week 2. Week 2 and 3. Again, going into week 2, there was a home to the Colts, and if you lost that game, the first time since 2005 that would have gone 2-0, but they beat the Colts 16-10. Then the following week 3. The Colts 30-14, lose to the Vikings 29-31, and then from weeks 5 to 8, pick up wins over the Rams, the Cardinals, the Texans, and the Jags, and then week 9 they get their ass beat by Detroit 14-24, and then week 10 is a bye week. They beat Bears football going into week 11. Weeks 11 to 13 to beat the Bears, 49ers, Miami, lose to the Lions again. Seattle, week 15-16, Seattle beat the Saints, lose to the Vikings, and then on the last game of the regular season, lose to the Bears, field goal from Santos, and for the first time since 2018. Packers lose to the Bears, and the first time since 2016, 2017 that they lose at home to the Bears at Lambeau Field. So let's talk about stats for let's talk about the additions that they added into the team. Josh Jacobs comes in from the Raiders. They bring in Malik Willis from the Tennessee Titans, and in return, they get a couple of draft picks and stuff like that in the trade. Then Jordan Love has 3,389 passing yards. You have Josh Jacobs has 1,329 rushing yards. Matt LaFleur again coming off short again, really, in my opinion. Losing into the wild card to the Eagles, the eventual Super Bowl champions, but I don't know. I feel like with LaFleur, another underwhelming season again. I mean, they haven't been to a championship game since 2020, which was Aaron Rodgers' last good season. 2021 lose in the divisional round to the 49ers. 2020 and 2021. 2022 didn't even qualify for the playoffs that year. 2023 lose to the 49ers, and then lose to the wild card to the Eagles in 2024. And again, there's a lot of questions on that floor. Hasn't again, like I said, they haven't got to a championship game since 2020, and haven't got over 500 in the regular season since 2020, 2021. But again, you look at the team. I do like the Packers. Obviously, they got the self-franchise quarterback in Jordan Love. They have Josh Jacobs, who I know contract's coming up, but again, they're probably going to renew that. Defensively, though, especially on the defense side of the ball, the Packers really need to be. The Packers have to address that defense side of the ball. Rushing yards, it was 5th out of 32. Points for, 8th out of 32. Points against, it was 6 out of 32. They have 49 million in cap space. Now again, not bad cap space. 49 million, you can work around that and get what you need. But ultimately, what they need, the passing yards, it was 12th out of 32. Again, you need to work more on the passing side of get some more weapons, I think, in my opinion. But they have like Christian McCaffrey, they have Josh Jacobs, so they have some pretty good depth there on the offensive side of the ball. But defensively is kind of the concern here. So they need a cornerback. An edge, defensive line, a wide receiver, inside linebacker, running back, offensive tackle. Again, you're not going to get all of that in the draft. A couple of that's going to be from what's happening in free agency. Speaking of free agency, like I said, Josh Jacobs' contract's coming up. You have Andre Dillard's contract's coming up. Max Crosby, he's retiring from the Packers. Brandon McManus, who came from Denver last season. So you've got him as a kicker. But in my opinion, they definitely have to look at offensive line, defensive side of the ball, because that's one of the big problems, in my opinion. So leave your guys' thoughts in the comment, guys. Peace.